Disclaimer. All events, people, and some places in this video are fictitious. In other words, I made this stuff up. None of it really happened. It is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Destiny Jacobs had the perfect life until her body was found in a river. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. I'm Mothman, and welcome back to They Make Monsters, where we tell the stories the media is too afraid to. Today, we'll be looking at the twisted case of Destiny Jacobs. But before we do, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below your entire search history. Best comments will be shown to my dad, so don't disappoint him. The best comment from my last video was... Thank you, Flaming Roz, and you're right, I should write a book. Anyway, let's get into it. Destiny Jacobs was a 29-year-old woman living in Charlotte, North Carolina, where she had lived her whole life. Destiny was a doctor at Owen Usher Central Hospital, or OUCH. She was a very social person and could make friends with anyone she met. She also liked to go to parties and clubs from time to time. She was described by her mother as, quote, a little bit of a bitch, but her grades were always almost the best. She always had her own way of doing things. She was also one of the most social people I knew. She could be talking to a guy at a bar, and an hour later he'd be in her bedroom. Like I said, very social. Destiny eventually decided to settle down with Dejamirion Dartigas Lawrence, who went by his middle name, Wisdom. Wisdom was a sales associate at the local Target. Destiny met Wisdom at a bar, and as Destiny was known to do, she immediately made a connection with him. The two started dating and were married not long after. But eventually, their relationship would become unstable. Destiny and Wisdom's marriage started out picturesque, but after their first child in 2007, their marriage took a turn for the worst. According to Destiny's friends, she had expressed that she had grown tired in her marriage. She missed the days where she could go from relationship to relationship and not be tied down to one person. This had caused Destiny to become emotionally distant from Wisdom. This caused a rift to form between the couple, and they reportedly fought often. However, because of their child, they decided it was best that they stay married. But soon, their marriage would come to an abrupt end. Around September of 2018, Destiny's family was having trouble getting in touch with her. One of Destiny's sisters told police that she was worried Wisdom had done something to Destiny. However, police were reluctant to investigate because... So, Destiny's mother, Leonetta Jacobs, went to Destiny's house to do her own investigation. When she visited, Wisdom answered. He told Leonetta that Destiny was at work, but Destiny's shift had ended hours ago. When she pressed Wisdom to come inside, he was defensive, and told her that if she came in, she would regret it. So, Leonetta decided to leave, but remained suspicious of Wisdom. But just a week later, everything would change. On October 3rd, 2018, Destiny's body was found in Catawba River, just outside of Charlotte. Her body had been sloppily wrapped in a large garbage bag, but that's not all. The autopsy showed that she had died from gunshots to her chest from a .40mm pistol. This was clearly a homicide, and now the question remained, who was the killer? Finding the killer wouldn't be too difficult. Police had the bullets from Destiny's body, and now they just had to match it to the murder weapon. Police briefly suspected Leonetta, because she had been so involved in the investigation, and killers will sometimes involve themselves in crimes they committed. However, there was no evidence that Leonetta committed the crime, and in the end, there was really only one person it could be: Wisdom Lawrence. Because it's always the husband. But that's not all. When police investigated Wisdom, they found a plethora of evidence against him. The first thing investigators did was try to get witnesses to anything involving the crime. It turns out that Wisdom had dumped Destiny's body off a busy bridge during rush hour, and there also happened to be a boat dock nearby. So there were plenty of witnesses. One, Dimitri Parker, who asked to remain anonymous, told police, "Yeah, I was stuck in traffic on the 74 and saw some guy get out of his car and dump something in the river. He looked familiar. I'm pretty sure it was that guy from Target with the weird name." Along with eyewitnesses, there were also CCTV cameras showing Wisdom throwing Destiny's body into the river. But police found the most damning evidence when they searched Destiny and Wisdom's house. When police searched the house, they found that it was relatively clean, until they tested the house with luminol and found blood everywhere. If you didn't know, luminol is a chemical investigators use that lights up under black light and the presence of blood. Luminol will light up even if the blood has been cleaned up, and will still light up years after the blood has been cleaned up. Luminol will also light up in the presence of bleach, so even if you try to bleach the whole room, investigators will be able to tell. Wisdom didn't clean with bleach, but now you hopefully know a little more about forensics. Anyway, because of the luminol, investigators were able to pinpoint almost exactly where Wisdom and Destiny were standing. But that's not all. Investigators also looked at Wisdom's search history, and what they found shocked them. Wisdom had many searches such as easiest way to kill someone Reddit, how to dispose of a 143-pound woman's body, and rivers near me. Here's a complete list of all his searches. The final nail in the coffin for Wisdom was the .40mm pistol found in his trash can, which matched the bullets found in Destiny's body. But what motivated Wisdom to kill Destiny? It turns out that Wisdom and Destiny's marriage wasn't as perfect as it seemed. Like I said earlier, Destiny didn't like being tied down to one person, causing her to wander. According to phone records, Destiny had been having multiple affairs with men and women all over Charlotte. It seems that Wisdom had found out about these affairs about 2 weeks before the murder. At this time, Wisdom started researching and planned out the murder on a Google Doc, only for it to not work, so he just shot Destiny instead. Wisdom's trial was held on November 15th, 2019. He was charged with first-degree murder and tried to plead innocent. He was sentenced to life in prison without bail or the possibility of parole. After the trial, Leonetta was interviewed about the murder, saying, quote, "I always knew that boy was trouble." And thus ends the case of Destiny Jacobs. If you liked the video, subscribe for more stories the media is too afraid to tell. Make sure to like, comment, share, and always remember, use incognito, or at the very least, delete your search history. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.